Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. I'm Jackson Vunganyi. Here is what we've got lined up for you this week. A Zimbabwean-American actress and playwright is leading the charge for the next generation of African storytellers in Zimbabwe. Italian design legends Dolce & Gabbana are bringing their iconic creations to the French fashion capital for the first time in 40 years. And Namibia's film industry is making waves on the global stage with local filmmakers earning praise for their unique storytelling. And finally, Burna Boy is gearing up to drop his 8th studio album. Stay tuned for all the buzz. Let's go! Nigerian singer Burna Boy is gearing up to drop his 8th studio album, No Sign of Weakness, through Spaceship, Bad Habit, and Atlantic Records. He's already kicked off things with a bang, releasing the lead single Bando by Bando on the same day he made the announcement. Burna made it to the finals for the Top Afrobeats Artist category at the 2024 Billboard Music Awards and scored yet another nomination for Best African Music Performance at the 2025 Grammys for his hit track Higher. On top of that, Burna Boy has a massive milestone ahead. He's headlining the iconic Stade de France in April, the country's largest stadium. Big moves for the Nigerian star, also known as Damini Ogulu. A Zimbabwean-American actress and playwright is pioneering the next generation of African storytellers in Zimbabwe through a dramatic arts initiative called Almasi Collaborative Arts. Keith Baptist has a report from Harare.
As global demand for TV shows and movies continue to rise in Zimbabwe, the appetite for African stories and content is surging. Zimbabwean-American actress and playwright Danai Gurira is leading the charge in nurturing the next generation of storytellers by creating platforms to bring African narratives to the global stage.
Almasi Collaborative Arts was co-founded because we had a passion for the African artist being able to actualize their fullest potential. And we wanted that to be able to be something that they could find right here in their hometown, in their homeland, in Zimbabwe, in Africa.
Almasi Collaborative Arts was co-founded by Danai Gurira and Patience Tavengwa in 2011. It is pioneering education and access to professional opportunities for African dramatic artists by creating collaboration between top American and African dramatic artists.
I'm an American, I'm a Zimbabwean, and I wanted to connect those two worlds. And that's why it's also called collaborative. A lot of American artists and American institutions have been involved in how we've been working to bring African artists access, opportunity, training, education, and professional infrastructure.
The 2024 conference held in December at the iconic Reps Theatre in Harare saw 5 Zimbabwean playwrights sharpening their craft under expert guidance. The conference kicked off with an 11-day masterclass that culminated in public staged readings of these playwrights.
We do this so that we can be able to introduce a rigor, we can be able to introduce a culture of hard work and also process within the theater, so that playwrights can understand that after they are done sitting down at home and writing their own play, there's a whole entire world which includes directors, dramaturgs, and actors to step in and help them birth their work.
I came here with a play that was not yet finished, but through the work that I've managed to go through with Danai and Oscar and the facilitators and the directors and the actors, my work has become better.
Zimbabwean actor Tinevimbo Chimbetete calls these workshops unique in offering a direct connection between actors and playwrights, something that has been missing so far.
Because usually, we are just cast when the production is ready. These guys have got their scripts, they know what they want to do. But also being involved in the character development and being able to ask questions whilst the writer is in the room, and it gave me more energy to be part of this production.
As a playwright myself, I knew that there were tons and tons of amazingly talented writers, but to get the opportunities that I had received would be about creating a playwrights conference locally, one where you get to actually develop the work, you get to actually see it to fruition in a whole new way with the support of time, with the support of dramaturgs, the support of directors, and the support of actors.
Through the Almasi Collaborative Arts Initiative, Danai Gurura is promoting local Zimbabwean actors and playwrights. She says this way she is representing her African roots to global audiences and demonstrating to the world that African storytelling is not just entertainment, it's a legacy. For Voice of America, Keith Baptist in Harare, Zimbabwe.
For the first time in their 40-year history, the Italian design duo Dolce & Gabbana are showcasing their work in the French fashion capital. Paris, the birthplace of haute couture, now finds itself hosting a powerful Italian counterpoint to French luxury fashion. Let's check it out.
Italian couture house Dolce & Gabbana opened a new exhibition featuring 200 original creations in Paris's iconic Grand Palais Exhibition Hall. The exhibition From the Heart to the Hand, running from January 10th to March 31st, explores the creative process of designers Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana in an open letter to Italian culture.
This moment is very significant for Dolce & Gabbana because it's the first time they are presenting in Paris, ever. They have never shown their collection in Paris. They have always presented their collection in Italy.
Mixing past and current collections, curators chose pieces reminiscent of Italian paintings, antique mosaics, and aristocratic garments.
So it's like a patchwork. It means each piece has been cut and sewn together. Then it's really a very, very difficult work to achieve.
Each room embodies a specific historical period, geographical area, or cultural feature of Italy that infused the work of Dolce & Gabbana.
It's the starting point of the exhibition. It's a room that pays an homage to the fatto a mano, made by hand, and to the beauty of the couture, the alta moda, alta sartoria, and the joalleria. And you can see here a gorgeous dress that was shown by Naomi Campbell during a show presented in the Lake Como.
Sicily, Domenico Dolce's birthplace, lies at the heart of the collection. Traditional Sicilian hand-painted cards, ceramics, and lace-making techniques are woven into couture.
The fashion exhibition has become a real phenomenon, very important in the museum world. It has changed the rules, it has changed the perspective, it has changed the level of the presentation.
Namibia's film industry is really starting to make waves internationally, with local filmmakers getting noticed for their authentic storytelling and cultural depth. I recently had a conversation with Namibian filmmaker Perivi Krajavivi about his fascinating film Under the Hanging Tree. Let's check it out.
Well, the film started as, I think, a desire to sort of look back and to try and make sense of some of our histories in Namibia, and to look at a difficult period, the colonial period, when Namibia was ruled by Germany, and we were under sort of German colonial rule, and the subsequent Herero genocide, which occurred between 1904 and 1908. My father's, let me get this right, my father's grandmother's sister was in that war and was injured and was shot and raised my father. She was really my dad's key maternal
That's the
figure.
Herero fighting against the German colonial...
That's right,
Yeah.
that's right. So we grew up with those stories being passed down from her to my dad, to me and my siblings. So I'd always wanted to make a film that looked at that, but from our perspective of waking up to the past and making sense of it and digging and looking. So I just felt very early on I had to have a police officer at the center of this story, because detectives like to dig and kind of investigate and look and dig up the past in this kind of way. So it felt appropriate. So we developed it then initially as a TV series, then as a film. as a way to kind of, on the surface, you think as an audience you're walking into a film that has familiar genre tropes, and there's a noir or crime detective element, but then it becomes something very different. It becomes a film where somebody coined the phrase, you're trying to decolonize the form.
Decolonize the form.
Which we were trying to do in a way. So decolonizing film, partly with the form of it, so it doesn't...
You append the whole like linear or non-linear structure of the film.
Exactly. Yeah. So you think you're watching something that is a traditional cop film, and then it becomes a bit of a slow film, and it becomes a bit experimental and artsy. But then there was, to center some of the early filmmakers from West Africa, like Suleiman Cissé, this idea of centering the traditions of the community and the rituals over narrative and plot. So there are times when you expect, again, sort of certain narrative and plot, tropes from Hollywood filmmaking, but instead you're watching somebody perform a ritual under a tree with fire. There was a time when there were no films, no filmmakers.
Absolutely.
Now, we've had a submission to the Oscars. We've had Namibians with making films that have been on Netflix and Amazon Prime and other big streamers and international platforms. So things have changed dramatically from when I was a kid, if I was to remember.
Technology companies, industry executives, and entrepreneurs were in Las Vegas for CES, a massive consumer electronics show featuring the latest advancements in artificial intelligence, vehicle technology, robotics, and more. Tina Tree reports from Las Vegas.
CES, the massive consumer electronics trade show that takes place every year in Las Vegas, kicked off this week with a keynote from NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang. NVIDIA is a U.S. computing company that had a blockbuster year in 2024, with a market capitalization of $3 trillion and share prices that surged 171%. It's also at the center of the artificial intelligence boom. AI agents may become a firm's new digital workforce if given business-specific data and predefined parameters, Huang says.
The IT department of every company is going to be the HR department of AI agents in the future.
What Huang calls physical AI takes things a step further, interpreting data to carry out tasks and functions in the real world. Automakers are exploring the field as cars advance from driver-assisted technologies to fully autonomous vehicles. Their success is aided by AI predicting real-world scenarios that can be, well, unpredictable.
I don't think that there's a fundamental issue of them not being safe. It's how do you interact with the rest of the environment? And that still has some development to go. It's working pretty well in most cases. You're going to have challenges to meet, but human drivers aren't 100% safe either.
Honda unveiled 2 prototype electric vehicles, currently without self-driving functionality. One company vice president stresses the importance of remembering who ultimately benefits from advances in technology.
Honda has always pursued human-centric vehicle development, and I think that is all the more important in this era of software-defined vehicles and autonomous driving.
Human-centric technology working hand-in-hand with AI agents, challenging the relationship between humans and machines. Tina Trin, VOA News, Las Vegas.
Thanks for watching VOA's Red Carpet. I'm Jackson Vunganyi. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out at voaafrica.com. We are also on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Until next time, goodbye everyone.